no more travel in 2019. What? Actually, Shayla, are you actually not going to travel in 2019? Kind of. Hey guys, my name is Shayla and I make these videos every Wednesday. If you like travel, if you like conscious living, if you like learning stuff, if you like sarcasm, this could be the channel for you. Consider subscribing, liking, or sharing with someone. I make these videos every Wednesday to encourage you and inspire you to go create the life that you want to live, whatever that means. This Wednesday, I'm in Minnesota and I've got a couple of updates for you. There's a lot, and I'm really excited to tell you about it. First of all, we're moving into Amber's house. We are gonna spend lots of time with Amber, lots of time with baby B. If you like Amber, consider following my Instagram because she'll be in a lot of the Instagram stories. Seth is going to be starting a second academy for law enforcement in Minnesota for the next year. So that means we're gonna be in Minnesota for the next year. I kind of feel like a high school or college graduate where everyone's like, Shayla, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna be? What are you gonna be? Oh, Shayla, cool, what will you do here? And I'm like, you know, all the things that there are to do in Minnesota. So for the first time, I've had to eat my own advice. I always tell people you don't have to travel full time to have an enjoyable life. You need to find the things that make you happy and do those things. And so for me, it's been full-time travel. Now we're back in Minnesota and I'm like, what is there to do? What do you do here? What do you do in Minnesota? Are there things to do? The Minnesotans that I talk to are like, what? Yes, there's so many things to do. So I'm gonna be making videos about the local gems that I find here. I've already contacted companies in the metro. Minnesotans, get ready for all the cool things to do here in Minnesota. For non-Minnesotans, these videos are little seeds for where you can go, I wonder if they have that in my state, or how far away is it, or oh, that sounds kind of fun. Just find the fun things to do to spice up your life a little bit. Looking for ideas on what to call those, like local gems, local finds, something catchy. Living local? I don't know. Put your ideas in the comments because I'd like something kind of creative. Here's the other thing. With the activities that I do in Minnesota, or the brands that I work with, or the products that I work with, my job is to try all of them. Your job is not to compare yourself and say, I can't do all those things. Your job is to say, that sounds cool. That's something that I really want to do. So my job is to show you all of the cool things to do, and your job is to pick out the things that work for you in your life. Another thing that I'm going to be doing while I'm home is interviewing other travelers. You guys want to know how to do it, you want to know travel hacks, you want to know travel tips. I only know my experiences, and I'm not the best at planning things, so I'm really not the best at giving advice sometimes. But I know so many people that have gone house sitting around the world, volunteering around the world, flight attendants, and I'm gonna find out the most annoying things that we do as passengers. Maybe somebody who works in a hotel, traveling as a couple, etc., etc. Stay tuned for those because I'm super jazzed about that. I've been traveling out of a backpack for the past how many years? I'm used to saying, no, I don't need that because I don't want to pack that up at the end of the week when I leave. Well, now, the stuff that I have keeps growing and growing and growing, and Seth keeps letting me know about it, about how much stuff I have. Seth, most people can't fit all of their possessions in the back of a Jeep. I realized that might filled the entire Jeep, and you had 3 bags, but I'm just saying. Doing pretty good, but I've learned a lot of tips by doing this that I want to share with you, how to clean out your closet, how to save money. For me, the point of minimalism is to have less things, but nicer things. You're not spending as much money on all the things, but you're probably maybe spending the same amount of money on less things. So not more, but better. That makes sense? And I want you to be able to save money to do the things that make you the happiest. So is that saving for a trip? Maybe. Is that doing one awesome adventure a month? Maybe. If you have any specific things, let me know. The next thing, Seth and I are not big New Year's resolutions people. What we're going to do instead is choose 12 things and we're going to master them for 30 days. Not drinking coffee for a month, not drinking for a month, adding a gallon of water, working out for 30 days, picking a bedtime, not using any reusable cups. I'll be inviting you to do those challenges. I'll also be doing some speaking events. I've got 2 planned already, one at a co-working space to talk about YouTube, another one at a high school to talk to them about doing what makes them happy, and I cannot wait. Getting out and actually talking to people makes me so excited. I also will have live chats on my Patreon. That's something that I've been working on. Now I will be scheduling it every single month. Now to the big title, no travel in 2019. Actually, Shayla, are you actually not going to travel in 2019? Kind of. Travel to me, month-long trips, traveling on a budget, traveling long-term, going and staying in hostels, it means low to the ground travel, which is what I love and what I'll always do. But those things don't necessarily match with my lifestyle anymore, and this has been a conflict in my head for like the past few months where I'm like, my whole channel's built on just traveling full time. How can I not do that? Well, I'm growing up too, and so is everyone else. So go do that. Go travel for a year. Go get all the, and watch all my videos. And if you have any questions, ask me. But now I want to spend time at home, and I want to start to like create a space that I love, and like a room and a home, and I want to do all these things. I'll be taking probably a trip every few months, like 3 to 5 trips a year. But these will be more of trips or vacations, meaning they're gonna be a week or two long. They're gonna be a little bit better planned out. So I'll be staying in probably hotels instead of hostels, and maybe van life still, because I enjoy that. I like the flexibility. I'll be renting a car, which I didn't even think was feasible in my 20s. In my 20s, I would say $50 extra for a plane ticket, or I can take a 13-hour bus ride. $50 will buy me like a week's worth of food. I'll be taking that 13-hour bus. And now I'm like, $50 and I can be there in an hour instead of 13. Done. So I'm just kind of growing up. This will be more helpful, I think, because I'll be planning my trips a little bit more in depth. I can tell you how much I spent on each trip, ways to save money, because that's what's going to be important, but on a more comfort level. Because that's how people that I know are traveling now. They're doing shorter trips with their families or with their significant other, etc., etc. That's what's gonna happen. And again, my job will be to go on these trips, not to make you think that you need to travel on a vacation 4 times a year. It's for you to say, oh, Playa del Carmen, Mexico, is that somewhere I wanna go? What, you can rent a car for $5 a day? What's the catch to that? Shayla, tell me, and I will be there telling you guys how to get here, how to use the transportation, what to pack, what's the most exciting things to do there. I'm pretty jazzed about 2019, and I hope that you are just as excited. So there's a lot of big changes coming, but I'm super excited about them, and I hope that you're excited about them too. Seth and I are headed to Mexico in 1 week. So next week's video will be on 2018 in review and all the things that we did. If, again, you enjoy this and you like what's about to come this year, please subscribe. Please share it with someone that you think would enjoy this as well. And please like this video. Next week, you'll see 2018 in review, and I will see you then. Thank you so much for watching. Mwah. Bye. Okay, one more thing. I just got done editing my video and I realized I didn't say something kind of important. So we are going to Mexico, and while we're there, we are going to be looking for places to host a retreat for this summer. So I'm thinking Tulum is where I'd like to host it. Typically on my retreats, I've called them yoga retreats in the past. They're gonna be called living on a one-way retreats now, because we do a lot more than yoga. We do lots of activities. We'll probably go snorkeling, maybe scuba diving. I have to see what's all in Tulum. But we also include the yoga. So, and it's optional. Some people come, they don't want to do any yoga. I don't care. Some people come, they want to do yoga twice a day. Probably not. We're going to do it once a day. And it's just nice to like just pause and soak it all in instead of just going go, 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 go all the time. So we're doing summertime. People love summertime. Teachers love summertime. Kids love, like, it's a good time to do it. So I will have more information on that coming up, but I just want to give you a heads up in case you wanted to start off 2019 knowing what kind of trip you're going on. Mexico, Tulum, this summer. Stay tuned.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, fellow future rangers. All joking aside, during this academy, whenever we took a test, went through scenarios, or had a practical exam, I would assess my performance and ask myself, would I want me as a partner? If the answer was ever no, I knew I should probably pick a new career.
I have a question for you. Are reviews important to you?
Yes.
Yeah. Have you ever left a review?